So welcome everyone aboard to Karwa platform. This is a platform where we discuss life stories, the stories of our life. And yes, we have a screen share, and this is the banner that you get to see when, no, this is not branding, but this you get to see when you are exceeding your time. So coming back, this platform is designed to discuss life stories. This is not a public speaking platform. This is not a platform like TEDx, where you have scientists and engineers and experts who tell you about the research that they did. But this is a platform for people like you and me. When you sit with your friends and you talk about something important that happened to you over a cup of coffee or beer, or just sitting around discussing as to this happened, and now I don't feel good, or I feel really happy about it. So this is the place you do such things. And on top of that, there are a couple of more things to add to it. Number one, when you reflect on your life, so every week, every Sunday, we have someone who is a prepared speaker, and he or she reflects back on their life, and they come up with a life story of their own. And remember the importance of life stories. Life story is a cassette that we play in our brain. And we keep telling ourselves, yeah, 1 happened, 2 happened, 3 happened. And so this makes me who I am. This platform is a time wherein we listen to that cassette that we have been playing for past 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, whatever age be. And if our mental age is much more than that, maybe more than that. But in short, that is what defines us. So this platform gives us an opportunity to reflect back and think who we are. What values define us? What challenges shook us? What has made us who we are today? We are today a stand-up comic. So is it because of X and XYZ cassette that we have been playing? We are today a yoga practitioner, or a motivational speaker, or a public speaking coach, or a baker, a chef, or maybe a king of memes, or having a hobby of music and guitar. But the thing is, we reflect back as to what brought us here at this point in our life. And we do that in 15 minutes. So at the end of 10 minutes, so Rakesh, we have a slight twist this time. So at the end of 10 minutes, we have a banner that tells the speaker that, okay, it is 10 minutes for you. And then at the end of 15 minutes for the prepared speaker, we again show the banner for 10 seconds and tell that, okay, this is the time you wind up with your life story. The rules for the prepared speaker is simple. They need to be authentic with their life story. Public speaking skills don't matter. If you want to speak in Hindi, you can. Just that we have a few audience from international who may not understand Indian language. And you need to be authentic. You need to finish it up in 15 minutes. And number 3, that 1/3 of the total time is to be given to the learnings you have had through those experiences. Now coming to, once this speaker has spoken, we as listeners follow the guideline of number 1. It's very important and very difficult to be non-judgmental. Then take whatever comes as a story to you with an open heart, with an open arm. Just try to embrace it. Number 2, reflect on your own life. When you had something similar going on, what was your reaction? Was it similar to the one that the speaker tells you, or was it something else? And number 3, you get 2 minutes to reflect upon. So we will be calling up people who are interested to reflect after the prepared speaker finishes up, to reflect on these parameters as to what they felt about the talk. All right. And at the end of 2 minutes, again, you get to see that wonderful banner, like we are promoting the platform. You get to know, all right, this was Karwa. So in short, that was about the way we are going to go about in this platform. And right, so this is our branding stuff. All right, so this brings us to the point wherein I welcome the prepared speaker for tonight. Prepared speaker for tonight is very different. She is a Isha yoga practitioner, a YouTuber, and an influencer. Now we'll get to that point, that part of being influencer pretty soon. Tanvi has been practicing yoga, and the title for her talk tonight is Yoga Se Hi Hoga. So let us welcome and put our hands together for Tanvi Yoga Se Hi Hoga. Tanvi, the stage is yours.
Namaskaram to all of you. I am Tanvi Gupta Bajoria. As Mudit has already mentioned that I'm a YouTuber and I am an Isha yoga practitioner and an influencer too, which you'll get to know soon whether I am or not. So today I'll be sharing my story with all of you. And so my story is divided into basically three parts. One is childhood, relationship, and the yoga then came into my life and how it changed my life completely. And because of that only, I initially started off with my channel because I wanted to tell the world that, this is a very, very powerful tool, through which we can overcome our mental health issues, which Mudit was just recently talking about. In fact, yoga is actually about having that control over your thoughts, your mind. You're emotionally more stable, you're more balanced. So that's what yoga brings to you if you are doing the practices in the right way and the way it has to be done. So today I'll start off with my story. So first is my childhood. So I wanted to tell you that childhood, like it was overall, it was a lovely childhood. But what happened with me when I was in seventh standard, my entire family got expired in a car accident. My parents, my brother, sister, and my grandparents. And I was from a very small town called Malerkotla. It's in Punjab, and I was there because of I had an exam there. And that incident, after that my whole life got on a different track altogether. But luckily I got, because I was the only one left now, so I got adopted by my bua, and they took care of me really well. And I'm very thankful to God that I got a family again, and I never felt ki I don't have people around me or I don't have a family. And it's with all my heart, I'm always very, very grateful to all of them. So it's like getting the parents back, getting the brother, sister back, and the entire family back with the God's grace. I had everything. And then I just moved to Ambala in seventh standard. In the mid-year, I joined the schooling in Ambala itself. So this thing I have never told to anybody, in my college, when I was doing B Pharma or in my MBA, I've never told it to my friends that this happened to me because I already got the family, and then it's okay. You continue. Just in the school, because I joined in the mid-year, people came to know that what was the reason that she joined in the midterm. So I have to tell them. So of course we had a discussion with the principals and everything. So in my school they knew, but in my colleges I never shared this with anybody except few of my close friends or the people who are very close to me. So this is the first time on an open platform I'm telling this to everybody, and now it's all good that life is all good. So this is one part of my childhood, which was there. I accepted it completely and moved on with my life, and very, very thankful to God that they gave me parents and the family, again back in my life. So now comes a part in my life which is relationship. And when I was in +2, I met a guy, and we were basically classmates only, but we had never chatted when we were in class. So in the +2 only we interacted for the first time, and his name is Varun. So, and then the interaction started to begin. We became best friends, and in the college we thought like, okay, we like each other. We got like committed. Okay, we are like boyfriend girlfriends. We were young, that time. So then obviously the pressure came. You need to get settled down. Then we started looking for jobs because I was in my area and he was doing in his area. He was like looking for a job. We got pretty settled down. Now the challenge in my home was like, my father doesn't know what a love marriage is. In my family, never ever in my family, nobody has ever did love marriage. And secondly, mine is a completely business class family. They don't understand job also at all. For a business class people, if there's anybody from the business class family, it's very difficult for them to understand what a job class thing is and how you do job and everything, the way you earn in a job and all. It's very, very different. So now convincing my dad was a very big challenge. So I always used to say to my friends, this guy I cannot get married to because my father will never agree to it. And obviously I can't go against him, because he has did everything for me in my life. He has given me a second life itself, because he accepted me like his own daughter and everything. So I was like, this is next to impossible, to even convince him and to go ahead with my life. And I used to tell Varun also that, this is not possible from the very beginning only. We can't be together, but it's okay. We liked each other, so we were together. And then obviously a time came, there's like, at least you talk to your father once, give it a chance, at least try. You won't regret in your life that you don't even try, convincing your dad. So it took me almost 1.5 to 2 years to convince my father, and finally he got convinced. Like, okay, if this is only what you're looking for, okay, go ahead with your life. And I think that's one of the best decisions I took. What made me to marry him was, there was only one thing, Bubble, that Tanvi, nobody would love you more than he loves you. So it's okay, go ahead in your life and just live. And then it just happened, he got convinced. And of course, then you have a lot of pressure on you. Like, there's entire set of generation behind you. You need to prove good. If you're getting into such a relationship, you're taking your own decisions of your life, they have to be good. So I was like, obviously, I can't be a roadblockage to other people. Then obviously, these things are in your mind when you take such decisions, and you're on your own. You are like too independent. It's your decision. You have to live with it for the lifetime. Whatever comes, you are the one who's have to deal with all these things. So, but with God's grace, everything was so good, and he's a lovely person, and we both got married, and finally the doors got opened for the next generation as well. My brother, sisters, now they are also getting into love marriages, and it's a little easy for them, though they have their own struggles at their home, but it's slightly more easier for them to accept the love marriage thing. So with the relationship now, I wanted to say one thing about marriage, which I have felt it's missing in the today's generation, or in the people I see. The marriage is about multiplying joy. The marriage is about multiplying your happiness. It is not about extracting the happiness out of each other. If you see 90% of the couples today, I have seen they hardly talk. They're on some kind of silent treatment to each other, or there's some kind of friction. No, that is not a marriage. Marriage is a union that happens so that you can bring more joy to yourself, more happiness to your life. So that's what a marriage is. And I have actually made a couple of videos on a relationship also, because how to deal with them. Now there's just little example which I wanted to give all of you. Is like, for example, when husband or wives, they complain ki their partner don't sit with them, they don't give time to them. For example, if wife is complaining, if I complain this, that my husband is not giving time to me, I never say, where are you going? I always check myself, what wrong I am doing that he's not sitting with me. Am I saying something wrong to him, or I'm just bugging him, you're not doing this, you're not doing that, obviously you won't sit with me, right? Or if I'm just endlessly talking about my in-laws. So I need to check this within myself. I'm giving you this examples, for everybody. If they think that their husband or wife is not giving them time, first and foremost thing is, please look within yourself. It's never about the other person. The change always starts with you. If your relationship is not going well, so the first and foremost thing which you should do is look within yourself what you are doing wrong. Don't. That's a one fundamental thing which we do generally wrong in our relationships, and which I have seen in couple of relations around me. So today I wanted to bring this on this platform as well. So the change starts with you. अगर सड़क पे एक बंदा कूड़ा गिरा रहा है, you can't teach other people to do that thing, but all you can do is pick it up and put it in the dustbin. Probably 10 people will do the same thing along with you. Similarly, it's in a relationship. It starts with you. You can't change the world. You can't change the other person. And now it's the third phase of my life, which is Yoga Se Hi Hoga, which is this all about, that's why I'm here. That's why this YouTubing thing came into my life. And that is why, where I am today, whatever I'm speaking today is because of, it's the yoga part which came into my life. It's just after my marriage, it happened that my husband gave me a book which is called Inner Engineering by Sadhguru. I just read it. And the way yoga is defined in that book, it's so wonderful that I was like, this is what I was looking for since lifetimes. This is what I wanted to do. This is what it is for me. And then it just happened that after we came back from honeymoon, I read it on my honeymoon, and then once we came back from our honeymoon, just after 2 months, the program was happening in Gurgaon. So we just almost went for it, and I did that program. And now it's been 3 years. Not even a single day I've missed my practice. I have done my practice in the train, railway station, airports, airplanes, car, wherever I could do. But I never miss my practice. That's the one commitment and consistency to do yoga which I've given to my life. And at times it is like people are just mistaken with the word yoga. As yoga is not about turning and twisting your body, in different directions. No, it is not yoga. Yoga is basically about when you are ultimate union with the entire cosmos. This entire universe is like what is yoga is. And how yoga changed my life. I became mentally more stable, emotionally more stable. I have more balance in my life. It all became because of yoga, and I could sense myself. It transformed me. I'm no longer the same person. Even my husband says so. Like, you've changed so much because of yoga. There's such thing came to my life. Handling the nitty gritty things of life is like now very easy. It's not at all tough for me. So yoga brings that balance to you. It's not like problems will go out from your life. It's the way you deal with the problems will change for you. The way you look at the problems, they will no longer be the problems for you. So the very way you see life, the very way you perceive life with yoga, it just changes. I wanted to tell you that when I was 24, 25, when I just started off with the yoga thing. So I was suffering from all kind of problems. Like, I had sinus issues, I had piles problem, and I was so lazy. I was like, where I'm planning to go like this in my life, definitely I can't go long. If something I won't do with my body and with my thing, I'll I even won't live a mediocre life. I'll be all just moving round and round into my own nonsense. So then, when the journey of life began, and then I felt what life is, what it is all about living is. When yoga came to my life, I'll tell you just little small things of my life. For example, the last time I took baths in the rain was when I was in fourth or fifth standard. But now in this season, it's just every single day I'm taking baths. So, that happiness I get just to take a bath in the rain is like so wonderful, because I used to get unwell whenever I used to take baths before, and I started hating rain. But now the way I enjoy rain is altogether changed. I can jog, I can run, which I never used to do earlier. It's like now I paint. Yesterday only I was painting something. My father was like, "You are just reliving your childhood." It seems like that. I'm like, I'm living life now. It's like I've learned how to live now itself. Before I think I was not even living. So it's about the entire thing about this is like, it is like ki yoga say he yoga. That's the message I wanted to convey to everybody. That's the message I wanted to convey through YouTubing, through Instagram. And the reason why I'm here with connecting with all of you is this. And I wanted all of you to begin with the simple yoga practices. I can share the links with you, which you can do at home. Just give half an hour to your body. Half an hour is not much, right? It's not much at all. Half an hour you all can give. And I can assure you the consistency and commitment to yourself will only change you dramatically. The doing just one single practice for 15 minutes also in the right way can bring a lot of stability into your life. But with yoga, the commitment and consistency is extremely important. You must be committed to the practices that you're doing. And they should be done in a very right way. Then only it will bring that thing to you. Yoga is not about turning and twisting your body into various directions. It's a whole science. It's a whole tool, through which you just bring more balance and more system to your own body. So that's what yoga is. And that's why I'm here today with all of you. Probably if it wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't have been here talking around with all of you and telling you all these things. Just little small practices, just wanted to do them, can bring a lot of positive aura to your life. And this thing, that's why the name of the session is like yoga se hi yoga. Otherwise, you can't get to that thing into your life which you're always looking for. Desires are endless. You are competing with one desire, another desire will come, third, fourth, fifth desire will come. So they are endless desires. They will never, end. Otherwise, it's just cyclical. You will always revolve around into the cyclical thought process of your life. To come out of that, yoga is important. So the message we give to all of you is like, yoga se hi yoga. Wherever you go in your life, just carry yoga with you. That's all you need to do in your life, and you will see it is bringing a miraculous changes to you. And the way you deal and the way you perceive life will change for all of you. Yes, and today we spoke about mental health also, where Mudit was speaking. So it is directly connected. Once you pay attention to your own self, when I started paying attention to myself, my laziness, my unwillingness to say life, my saying no to life always, just sitting at one place, not doing much of the things, then I realized, yeah, what I'm doing with my life, where my mental health is going. I'm just moving around into the cyclical thought process of my own life. The same thoughts, they're just getting repetitive. After 2 days again the same thought is coming, where I'm planning to go like this. Just unnecessarily I'm creating tension with other people, and there's no reason also. Without any reason you're getting irritated, without any reason you're getting aggressive, without any reason. I was like, where you're planning to go like this? And the very whole reason to deal with your mental health, to deal with anxiety issues, stress issues, yoga is must. If you really want to bring balance into your life, it's about yoga, se hi yoga. And thank you very much for listening to me. And I would love to take all the questions from all of you. And I hope you like it. That's all.
Thank you so much, Tanvi. I really want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for sharing so candidly. You shared everything that you have gone through in your life, and there were incidents that you have never even shared up with people up and close. Before opening up the session to our community, I have quickly just one question. What do you mean by being an influencer? I'm sure all of us got that power that you are an influencer. You did influence all of us to think twice about the power of meditation and, of course, about the power of yoga. But what do you mean by being an influencer?
Influencer is nothing. If there are 10 people or 20 people in this room, if I can just, influence any one of you or two of you or all 20 of you just to bring one yogic practice to your life, it's just being influencing you, right? It's YouTubing is about that, like, influencing you, being a motivational speaker. You can give it any terms. I've given it a term, being an influencer. Influencing people's life to bring betterment to their own self. So that's what this word is meant by. And right now I'm dealing with a lot of people also who are suffering from depression or relationship issues. They do come to me and they share their stories, and I just bring them to this practice, and that's how this started off. Influencing from the very first day, it started off it in my own family, where I was influencing the people around me, my cousins, my brothers, sisters. I was telling all of this, they were asking me these questions like what you're doing, what exactly yoga you are doing. We also wanted to learn. I initiate a lot of people, like I asked them, not me, I am initiating them. I asked them to do such practices, and all of them was, they learned these practices. Now they are doing them very regularly, and they are coming up with that change. So that's why, whereas like when I'm telling this to my family, why not to the world? So from there this idea only came to me. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for clarifying that, because like for me, influencer was someone who was on the Instagram, wearing all the nice clothes and then selling it to people. So I had to ask this from you.
Yeah, yes, we can sell yoga also, right? It's
Right.
not
That's
necessarily we have to sell the nice wearing clothes and the looks itself.
Thank you for clarifying on that. And now this is the part wherein we move to the people of the community and the listeners. Remember, you need to reflect on your own life. Just be not judgmental and take it the way it comes. And of course, you have 2 minutes. So, Atmika, you have been listening to the story very carefully, and I thought that you were in your own journey when you heard that. So, you have 2 minutes to reflect on it.
Um, First of all, Tanvi, it was amazing journey. I mean, I'm definitely quite inspired to try yoga, and I recently learned Surya Namaskar from my sister, and I do see like it does bring you small changes, and it was, I mean, the commitment, the consistency that you talked about, and how change starts from within you. I mean, you have control over you, and
Yes.
how you can on a whole, uh, I mean, it is something, such a beautiful thought for me today, that it's you who have the control and not the others. Like, you
Yes.
can
Yes.
you can change things from there, and I'm definitely looking forward to know more about Isha Yoga that
Yes. Yes.
that you you do, and I think certainly uh, I can bring more change in my life if um, I mean, this is the power of yoga I would really want to see and
Yeah.
apply
Yeah.
it into my life. I mean,
Admika, I can share the few links with you, which is related to Isha Yoga, and you can start with, doing the practices on your own. Like this is a lockdown time where, we have partial time or the complete time for us where we are free, kind of like there's not much things to you do with a lot of people. So definitely this is the time to bring yoga into your life and just start, giving half an hour to yourself. And I can share those practices with you once you establish them within yourself, and then there are advanced programs which you can go for in your journey, and I can let you know about them. So definitely.
I would love that. I would love.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you can connect with me when I'll share the links over here in the chat box also, and you can connect to me anytime on my Instagram channel. I'm always available.
Oh, what's your handle? I mean,
Tanvi Gupta Bajoria itself.
oh,
I would
Just
request
fine.
Tanvi that you drop in that on the chat box. That'll be helpful to
Yeah,
others.
yeah, I'll do that, Mudit. Once
Yeah.
I'll just take it. I'll share my Instagram and my YouTube link, both of them with all of
Yes, yes. We do promote, like we are always here to promote the good things, of course, not the
you.
fancy clothes on the Instagram, but yes, if it brings value, a lot of meditation or yoga can change your life, then let's try it. And on that note, we have someone who has joined us again for the first time, Aman, who is a prolific public speaker, and he soon joins Ashoka University. So, Aman, what are your views on what you just heard? What is your reflection on it?
Tanvi, this was such a touching story. I really loved knowing about your journey. In fact, it made me realize how beautifully you told something that is so dramatic in your life, and it seemed like I'm living in a cozy environment of my own. Hearing your story just made me realize that the struggles of my life is like a tiny bubble in the largest bubble you can think of. And now, probably you mentioned about the Indian engineering program. 3 years ago, when I was in first year of college, I did my Indian engineering program here in Chandigarh itself.
Oh, wow.
But here comes my question. So the wow
Yeah,
is a
yeah.
question mark again.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
please.
and what happened afterwards, I really cherished those 6 days as days where I really experienced life for the first time in my life. I really,
Mm-hmm.
but what happened post that, in fact, the trajectory brings to what I feel currently about it, is one part of uh, within me which tells me I really want to do it, because those days I really experienced life and that kind of
Mm-hmm.
mental stability which anyone needs in life. That
Mm-hmm.
those practices, those days provided me with that mental space. But at the same
Mm-hmm.
time, whenever I tried to connect with my practices again using monthly satsangs, which happened on the 1st of March,
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
found that suddenly, after a couple of days or so, I found these practices really mechanical. That you
Mm-hmm.
do particular things in a particular order, and then you essentially it's like check one, check two, check three, check four, check four, and you're expecting something to happen, but of course it doesn't. It's not the first time that you get appreciated. So my dilemma, probably I consider this session
Aman, I can't hear you. I
I
guess.
think we have lost his audio and video as well.
Yeah.
Mm, Okay, let's give him some time. And meanwhile, Aman, you are joining us back. Probably you can, if you can hear us, you can log off and log in again because your audio video has gone. And meanwhile, you do that. Tanvi has already got your question, and we'll come back to Tanvi to answer that question once someone joins back.
Yes.
So let us have someone who has been running a marathon for meditation, and like I am one of those who has not been able to attend it. So Kritika runs a half an hour session every day. She did a 21 days course, and then she again did a 21-day session, which is ongoing. So Kritika, you have 2 minutes to reflect on this.
Thank you, Mudit. So Tanvi, I mean, such an inspiring story because the foremost thing was, when you told that how you, took forward whatever you relate to, be it in your relation that you had shared, that you actually went for what really was in your heart, and you actually took control of your life. I mean, even when you knew key situations can get otherwise, you took chances. And that was really good because I have been in situations where कि मुझे पता है कि probably the things would go the negative way, the wrong way, which I don't want to, and I actually leave them midway. But hearing from you, and now I started practicing whatever I want to go forward with it. I do that, and I have also been sharing on my Instagram handle and everything that whatever challenges. I mean, I have started taking challenges these days, so I've started doing that, and that is where I really connected to you. And another thing, because you are so much pro in yoga, I had done the basic course of yoga from Morarji Desai. However, I was I was taking it forward, but somehow was chhoot gaya. Though when I was practicing it, it was incredible. I was actually able to see changes in my health. But somehow, क्योंकि again वो procrastination और फिर वो laziness थोड़ी बहुत बीच में आ जाती है, and you lose the motivation. So, but then hearing from you that how you have been transforming yourself step by step, and how yoga has helped you, and you are so much moving forward to help every person, that how yoga can help you. So I am really inspired on that note. And yeah, I mean, I'll follow you, and probably I'll get some motivation, inspiration again to get back to yoga. Thanks a lot, Tanvi, for that.
Yeah, you're welcome, Kritika. Kritika, like, yoga is one thing which is lovely, that, you're bringing some kind of practice to your life. But I always wanted to tell you that yoga is not about turning and twisting your body into different directions. It's altogether a complete science in itself. The very way you sit, the very way you breathe, the very way you stand is also yoga, That's how the yoga comes to your life. So this is the one message which we wanted to give to everybody, that whatever you do, a little practice even you're bringing to your life, but it should be done in a proper and in a proper way. So there's a very way how you do the practices. So that's what we learned in Isha. The very way to even breathe also, there's a way. When you do the practices, how you really sit for the practice, So all these things I really wanted people to learn, and, to get into such practices. And definitely, I'm always there to help you out. I'm always there to share the links with all of you. And please start doing them from your home. And I'm sure that if you'll maintain the consistency and the commitment to the practices, it will do wonders to you.
That's a very noble cause that you're going ahead with, Tanvi, and cheers, kudos to you. And I'm very much looking forward to, get along with you.
Yeah, same here, Kritika. This platform is for that, to connect with each other and, to help each other to grow. Yes.
Thanks to Caravan team.
Yeah, for giving us this platform where we can share our stories. And yes,
it's
definitely.
True. Thanks a lot.
You're always welcome, Kritika.
Thanks, Kritika, and I hope that serves as that was a small apology from my end to bring you up today first, so that you excuse me for the sessions that I have been able to attend on the meditation ones. So thank you, Kritika, for coming in and reflecting on that. And let us have the question that Aman had. So Aman logged
Yeah,
off. And
sure. Aman, let's get back to you.
I'm really,
yes,
really sorry. We
No,
talk
no,
about
that's fine.
uncertainty and the power just went off at my place. So Tanvi, I was talking about that currently what I experience is there are two different streams of thought that I face. First is I really want to continue my practices. And this is depicted by the fact that every time I try and go back to the monthly satsangs to restart my practices. But at the same time, I know after a couple of days, I get a sense of getting really mechanical in the practices. And probably I have an imagination of what might I experience after doing the practices. That might be one of the reasons. So I want to know from your own experience that you have been consistent with the practices for the past 3 years.
Yes.
And I'm really amazed. I want to know your thoughts on the same. Did you experience these kind of
Yeah.
feelings, and what did you do?
Yeah. I mean, the first and foremost thing is when you do such practices, you are expecting out of them. The first and foremost thing which Sadhguru says is don't expect. When you do the practice, you just do it. That's all that is required, you know. Just half an hour you can give to yourself, half an hour to your body. You know, you really want to do it. I could see that, but you are not able to continue the practice, right? Just half an hour, 21 minutes, you've already learned energy engineering and Shambhavi Mahamudra, right? So just 21 minutes, it's not that tough. And it works on a very, very subtle level. I can tell you what all limitations I've broke since then. It's like, for example, just a very little limitations I've talked about taking bathing in the rain, or, you know, running or doing jogging. This is like so much freedom to life. And apart from that, I've overcome my own laziness. You know, I used to be so lazy, but when I do these practices, I just get a, you know, energy boom in me. And I do even practices when I'm not well. At times I have fever also, but I ensure one thing is I just do my practice. That's all. So first and foremost thing is stop expecting, Aman. Once you see, oh, kya hoga, don't do that. Nothing will work like that in your life. Be it any small thing you're doing. For example, if I'm starting off with my, you know, business or anything, if just every single day I'm just thinking ki kya hoga, aaj maine kitna kamaya, aaj maine kitna kamaya, you will leave it one day, you know. It's just the consistency. If you work 6 months dedicatedly towards it, you will see, oh, it's working. Things have started happening, you know, things are coming on your way. And they are on such a subtle level that I can't even at times explain to people, you know, how it works. But it's there within you, just a very little habit of munching every time. Because in a yoga, diet is one of the very important role which plays, you know, what kind of diet you are taking and how you are taking your diet. So one little habit of just munching and putting everything into your mouth has also changed for me. Now, eating every time is not a limitation. I can stay hungry for 6 hours if I wanted to, you know. So, all I wanted to say is don't be too hard on yourself. Just give 21 minutes to your body and don't expect anything out of it. Just do it. Complete the mandala. I'm sure you'll feel something within you. You want to do it more and more because now, though, I can't even think of leaving them because I know I'll go mad. All the limitations will start coming back. I know once I leave the practice, within a month, the limitations which I've broken since last 3 years will come back. And again, starting from the zero is very, very tough. So even you can connect with me personally also. We can talk, you know, if you have more questions, even if you want to ask now, I would love to answer them. Even if you want to connect with me personally, I would love to answer your queries. Just taking one-to-one, but all I want to say is just do that practice. 21 minutes, give it to yourself. Yeah, what big deal? Half an hour to your body is not much, right? If we can't do that much for our body, what will body give to us is going to do for us? Right. And it's a complete tool. It's a complete tool, you know. Yoga is a tool of well-being, tool of inner well-being. So once you do the way it is taught to you, it will do wonders to you. Without any expectation, you just do it.
I hope Aman got the point that Aman, you got to do it. Don't think about
it. Yeah, don't think about it. Just go ahead and do it.
All right. That's interesting. And that was a very good question that Aman brought up, that after some time, it does become mechanical. Like every practice that you start with, and it's more like love, isn't it, Aman?
Yeah,
all rosy and goody to start with, and then you start seeing all the thorns along with the roses the first time you saw the rose, and now you get to see the thorns.
Relatable.
Yes, relatable. And that brings me to the stand-up comic we have among us. Vishal, you have next 2 minutes. to reflect upon
Okay.
it.
So yeah, so Joe, what I got from Tanvi's sharing is two things. First is consistency, and second is doing it without expecting anything. Because when you are chasing the results, you compromise with the process.
Yes,
So
yes,
agar
yes, Vishal.
if I'm running for marriage, I might break up in between. don't don't expect to get married, right? Be with the
Yeah,
person
yeah, very
first.
true. Be with the process.
Yeah,
Don't like, yeah, the goal is there, but you focus on the
yeah.
process
And
of
if
life. For
you
example, yeah, please continue.
and yeah, if you stick to the process, it will become your way of living. Then it won't. You won't see it like a duty or assignment that you have
Yes,
to do
yes,
every day.
yes, yes,
That's what I got. Thank you, Tanvi.
yes. You're welcome, Vishal. And even I wanted to say, even to Aman, it's all about the process. They say the end journey of, I can tell you what will happen to you, or what will happen to all of us. We will die one day. That's the end. But it's
Spoiler
all
alert.
about the process. It's all about the process of life, how you're living it. It's never in the results. Results will happen. Once you will do, it will automatically happen to you. So just give yourself 21 minutes of your life. And that 21 minutes are at times very precious for you, because that's the only time you're giving to your own self, when you're observing yourself, completely what this mean to you.
All right. So we have now 21 minutes probably, or less than that, to go to finish this up. And we have a lot of people to reflect on. And one of the persons I'm sure would not have got much, that's my personal take out of it, because she is not from India. Let us hear it from Vola. I hope I have made the pronunciations better this time, Vola.
A is for effort, Madit. Tanvi, I think what you did today was that was the essence and the core goal and an objective behind Caravan. What you did, your story, sharing something very personal, that is the whole essence of Caravan. And you you narrated it beautifully, and I cannot believe that you went through that excuse me, and you still made it to this point in your life. um, I was wondering if you ever thought of your family's death as a blessing in disguise, because myself, I lost so many members and of my family, not close family, but like outer family, especially in 2018, we lost 5 people. And has it ever occurred to you that it might have been a blessing in disguise, because you experienced a lot based on going to that place that is not in your house or your own family?
Okay. Look, that's a part of my life. I have accepted it completely. That's the truth of my life, which I have to live with. And what I'm always, it's like going back, obviously, that's not possible. So what I have with me is right now, it's a new life, and I completely welcome that. Yeah, what I have, I look up to that rather than what I've lost. What are the opportunities ahead in my life? We look up to them rather than what we have lost in our lives. And with God's grace, I again got back everything in my life. The entire family, they loved me, they accepted me, and I got the brother, sister, everything back. So that was the wonderful, part of my life. And it's this acceptance, I guess, which you have to give to yourself. It happened, you just accepted it, and then you just moved on with your life. At times, yes, the memories do come back, but that's okay. I cherish those memories. There's nothing about I cry about them or I crib about them. It's okay. They were wonderful. That was also a part of my life. So I just cherish it beautifully. And I cherish whatever I have right now. I have a wonderful husband and wonderful parents, and they are more than blessing to me. And more than that, I realized one thing in life, it's about you working on yourself. If you won't work, you will mess up whatever you have right now with you.
Yeah.
Everything would be in a mess and in the cyclical process. If you won't work right now on what you have in your life, again you will be lost. So what
Yeah.
you've already lost, rather than cribbing on that, but what you have, let's make best out of it.
Sure. Wow, what a serene message. Everything about the speech is very serene and peaceful. Back to you, Mudit, and thank you, Tanvi.
Thank you
That's
so
so
much.
lovely, Vala. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much, Vala. And I'm not sure whether you got the exact conversation between specifically Aman and Tanvi when they were discussing about the nitty-gritties of this practice. But of course, I think Tanvi has shared and would be sharing the YouTube link. If at all you're interested, you can check that out. But at the same time, I would like to stress here that as a doctor gives you a prescription, he may go in for XYZ medicine brand. So Isha Yoga is one of the brands and practice of yoga. However, yoga falling under the larger gamut of meditation and looking into yourself is one practice that we are discussing. And as a platform, like in medicines, the government gives you instructions to go in for the generic ones. So over here, we also prescribe going for the generic medicines, wherein there are a lot of practices. And what I have learned and have been reading is that the amount of research that has gone into the meditation practices, there are many. The thing is, whatever clicks with you is good for you. So the idea is to keep exploring. I'm sure Tanvi would agree. Keep exploring various ways, and something may click with you. Exploring ways about what gives you inner peace, about what gives you time to reflect on yourself. And on that note, I have someone special who got a time to reflect on his life when he met an accident and he was in hospital for 3 days. And then what he came out with was phenomenal. Now he is the king of the memes. You would have had his memes on your WhatsApp if you're in India. So let us welcome Rajesh, and you have next 2 minutes to reflect on this.
Hi, Tanvi.
Hi, Rajesh.
It was an incredible story overall, and I was most impressed by the discipline you have put in your life about yoga. Because I know I have tried many things in my life, and the lack of discipline has always been a obstacle for me. So here is the first thing. I just want to confirm the name of the book. It's Inner Engineering by Sadhguru.
Yes,
right?
yes, you were writing. It's Inner Engineering by Sadhguru. Yes.
Yeah, Inner Engineering. So about there are a little bit a similar incident happened in my life about this mental health. Recently, last year, 2019, I was depressed, and I was having anxiety, and then my panic attack suddenly got a lot of a very frequent, even every hour kind of. So I went and saw a psychologist and psychiatrist. My bad, psychiatrist. I got I got on some meds, and I was doing okay. Then my boss suggested me to go for a yoga course. So I went ahead and did a 3-day yoga course, and there were some pranayam and bhastrika and stuff. Like there were 20-25 minutes of daily practice stuff, which I actually did for 2-3 months. But as I told earlier, because of the lack of discipline, I couldn't continue it. And that's why I know that maintaining a discipline is really hard, almost impossible for me. So that is a very commendable thing I found in your story. So I would like to ask you this one thing. Since you seem to be a very impressed by yoga. In fact, if somebody is asking you and you just go on blabbering about like, yeah, do it 20 minutes a day and everything, like you are really impressed with yoga. I can see that. So I want to impart that in my life. So where do I start? What do I do? Like should I
Yeah. No, Rajesh, I'll share the practices with you. There are online practices what we, generally initiate people with. Just go through those links once. I'll share all of them, and I'll tell you in details what are these practices all about. And, whichever practice you like, and just start off with, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, half an hour of yoga. Half an hour to your body is not much, I feel. That much we should do for our body, and just start off with that, and gradually you can, increase the time. I also started off with half an hour, and now I'm doing for 3 hours a day. So it's just gradually you just increase the time. And one thing I wanted to tell you, you are saying about consistency, right? If you're too consistent with your memes, that's why you are the king of memes, right? Because you have been too consistent with them posting on your channels and or on your Facebook. Why can't you do that with yoga?
Yeah.
I'm sure you will do it because that's there in you. In some other part, it's there, but it's there, right? So just believing or not believing, I would say, but just knowing that yoga, the mental health issues even which you are suffering from, it all will go. I can assure you. Once you will even complete the mandala of 40 days, it takes 40 days and you will see a tremendous change within yourself. You don't need any psychiatrist for sure because the way practices are designed in such a way that you will be joyful from within. The chemical changes that happens within your system is like on that level that automatically you'll be more joyful and you'll be more wonderful within yourself. So just begin with those practices.
Yeah, and another thing, that your enthusiasm towards this yoga, your enthusiasm is really commendable. I wish I were that enthusiastic about something right now. Like, there's literally nothing I can be so much enthusiastic about. So that is really commendable. And I have followed you on Instagram. I'll message you. Just let me know, okay? And,
Yes. To all of you, even I'll share my YouTube channel link. Name is also Tanvi Gupta Bajoria. There are a lot of links which I've shared how yoga has, evolved me. What all Isha online yoga and meditation practices you can do. There's a complete playlist of those. Everything I've maintained them just for the people to share them in one go. So I'm doing all of it. So it's there. You can just reach me out on that as well, and I'll share everything with you completely. Even on the Instagram, I'll share all the links with you. Just message me once, all of you. It's Tanvi Gupta Bajoria itself on Instagram. You can find me very easily. And I'll share the link in the chat box.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen a couple of people. I've got the message also. So even Aman and yeah. So definitely I'll share all the links with all of you.
That's pretty interesting. Like we are doing a live promotion and it's clicking. Like people are subscribing to it instantaneously.
No,
That's
it's
the
not
power
promotion.
of storytelling.
It's not promotion.
I know.
Trust me. For me,
It's
this work is
good
not
health,
promotion at
promoting
all.
mental health, promoting good health, all good faith.
Yes.
Let us have someone who is not from India, but I'm sure would have got a lot because I'm sure in Nepal as well, Prilisa, you would be doing meditation and yoga practices. So Prilisa, the next 2 minutes are yours.
Thank you so much, Mudit. Thank you so much. Tanvi, the first thing that I want to say is thank you so much for sharing the story. And you were so courageous and you accepted all the happenings that happened during your childhood. And you accepted, and the way you accepted it, it made me realize how amazing and this life is, because I have everyone around me, and then maybe at one point of time I may have taken them for granted. I may not have listened to them about what they say or have not spent the family time with them, but this made me realize how lucky I am to be with them. So thank you so much for sharing that. And you accepting it has made me realize how grateful I am today. And to talk about yoga, it clicked right away to me because I practice yoga. It's not like I have not been practicing a lot. Like I just started during this lockdown time, and I think this is one of the achievements that I made was practicing yoga every day. Whenever even if I'm on periods or even if I have fever or anything, I practice yoga. And these days, like I feel that I'm listening to my body. I'm listening to about like how much stretch I can do, or what I can do, or what kind of practice I can follow, or what are the steps that I need to follow. I create it myself. I don't know how I do that, but it feels right. But I don't know if it is the right practice or the wrong practice, but that feels right to me. And I do it in the morning also, I do it in the evening also. I practice meditation also, but I don't do meditation a lot. I try to do it at least like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
Oh, that's perfect. Yeah.
But I do yoga. I do yoga like 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes in the evening, and I've been doing it. So it's good. It feels good, if I don't do one day, if I skip one day, I feel like there is something wrong. I don't feel fresh. I feel very lazy, inactive, not very passionate. And I procrastinated a lot before this lockdown, and while starting this lockdown, I procrastinated a lot of things. I said no to my friends. I said no to like every opportunities I got, and then after I practiced yoga, and then after I started practicing yoga, 5 6 days, 10 days, 12 days, 13 days, and then I started saying yes to everything that came. And yeah, that clicked right to me. So I don't know if I've been practicing right or wrong, but I do want to have like one good conversation with you about how to do it very properly, because I
Sure.
want to follow it very in a right way.
Right
So
way, yeah.
thank you so
Yeah.
much for sharing
So,
it.
Alyssa, that's very much one thing with there with the yoga is like, which we always tell to people, it's very important that you do the yoga in the right way. The very practices, the very way you have to inhale while in the posture, the very way you have to exhale it, it's a complete technique in itself, which they perfectly teach you when you do yoga. If you're getting down into the posture, you need to exhale out, and when you're coming up to the posture, you have to inhale it, and the breathing has to be in sync with when you do the yogic practices. So that's very, very important. And I just love the fact that you are doing it, and you are feeling that change in you. Even if you're having fever, you tend to do the practices, and then you feel much better after doing it. That's wonderful. But yeah, definitely, I will let you know, and we can discuss more on it, and we can talk on the Instagram. Definitely, I'm all time available there, so you can ask the questions to me, and there's some practices which I can recommend you, and then once you bring them into your system, you can move on to the advanced practices for sure.
Thank you so much, Tanvi.
You're always welcome, Pravisa.
All right, I
Back to you.
think we have some time. Rakesh would let me know if we have some time to have more reflections, or do we go down to close the session?
I just
One.
should I share the link right now over
Yes,
here
yes,
itself?
please go
Chat
ahead.
box?
Let's share it right now, because people are in that mode of
Yeah.
looking into things. So let us do it now. And we have one more
Just
person.
give me. Yeah. I can take the question. In the meanwhile, I'll share the link also.
Yeah. So I think we can give it to one person, but let's give it to two, and let's have 1 minute distributed among two people. So we have Monica, who just switched on her camera. I think she has something interesting to share. So Monica, you have 1 minute.
Yes.
Yes, please.
Just a sec. Tanvi. Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing.
Oh, hi, Monica. Yeah.
Your story really shook me in the starting, and I was not imagining that you are going to speak like that, because I was imagining that, okay, yeah, she's a pretty lady and she's going to talk about yoga. But then your story literally changed my entire mindset. Hats off to you for that, because it's tough to tackle each and every incident, whatever you were telling regarding that. Okay. And I really love the way you talked about your marriage and love. It was amazing. Thank you so much for reminding that. And I want to ask, how do you manage your practices while traveling? Like if you are in airport, or you are traveling in train, how do you manage that?
So basically, there's a one practice which we do, which is called as inner engineering, and that's the basic practice, where Isha people, they initiate you into. So that's a 21-minute practice. And if I'm not able to do, while I'm traveling and all, so what I do is I take out time. Like, for example, it's a 21-minute practice, and I just reach the airport, and I know there's 1 hour left. So I just prefer, first thing and foremost thing is I just complete it with my practices. And even they teach you the ways, how you can do them while you are traveling. If you're not able to sit in that posture, which posture you can just, do in while, you are in a car or you are in a train. So they tell you everything. That's all guided once you do these practices. So, but the foremost thing is commitment and consistency to the practice, and I never leave them. I just get up in the morning. First thing is I just freshen up, and then immediately I go for my practices. That's the one thing which is there in me. For me, like right now, I know I've come so far. Otherwise, all the limitations they'll come back in my life, and I can't take them.
Right.
That which I've understood with my life, and if they come back again, I'll go back to zero. Yeah, I can't, do that cyclical process thing again and again in my life. it took me
Right.
such a time to be happy, just the way things are with life, because these
Right.
practices are designed in such a way. For example, when you are breathing, it's like your breathing is 15 per minute. Once you
Right.
start doing these practices, your breathing will come to 12 per minute. Once your breathing is 12 per minute, your system is designed in such a way that you will be happy.
Okay.
So that's
Perfect.
what these practices do to you. So that's how your system is designed. The chemicals, the balance in your body itself changes with these practices, and then you just can't look back in your life because you want to just go ahead with it. So
Wow.
then they become of very utmost importance in the life. So yeah,
Wow, wow.
and
Thank you
then
so much. And I really want to point it out about your sentence that work on yourself, otherwise you are going to mess it up. I'm
yes, that's
underlining
right.
this. It was
Yeah.
really wonderful. And one more thing, I have always seen people yoga se hoga, yoga se hoga. But I think in your case, yoga se ho gaya, because there is a different kind of a glow on your face, and it's definitely
Yeah.
mesmerizing. Thank you so much for the
Thank you
insight.
so much, Monica. Thank you
Thank
so much.
you.
Yeah.
Thank you. And we have the last person for reflection who's going to be Abhishek. And while Abhishek gets ready to do that, I would request everyone to switch on the cameras, but it seems only Tanvi has her camera off. So probably Tanvi, you
Just
have,
I was sending the links. That's
yeah,
why
yeah,
it was
you
a
have a minute. You have a
uh,
minute to switch it
yeah,
on.
yeah.
And Abhishek, the stage is yours for next 1 minute.
Sure. Thank you, Umadit, and thank you, Tanvi, for sharing your amazing story. I was so, moved by the first part where you shared the personal tragedy, but in such a calm and demeanor manner. So I was thinking that, do you even need yoga? Because the tragedy you faced earlier in life, and by the gratitude you have and the acceptance you have, I think you have all the right element already, which you should, like we want to have after yoga. So now you have the yoga here and you are doing it, and you're pitching it. And we have been hearing the story about how yoga is great, but we can see the way you have treated your life and the way things are for you. uh, we can see the output here, as Monica was saying, the glow, the manner, the demeanor, and the calmness on your face, the way you talk. So it's also impressive for me that how yoga can bring that kind of output which we want. The mental peace, the inner happiness is what is essential. And of late, we are seeing people who are, dealing with the kind of the mental background and tragedies because of so many things happening during the lockdown, losing their job, losing their marriage, and the way, and these things are something which is very important than even physical health, because if you are mentally well, if you have inner engineering done, things can do wonder for you. So thanks for bringing out all your stories and your links and Instagram. I think that will be very helpful, not for the karma people, but for anyone whom I will be proposing these links, because now we have realized the importance of mental health of late. We, as an Indian, we have not been talking about that. We have not been acknowledging the issue. But right now, I'm so happy that things are being so much discussed and talked about, and we are giving that much importance. So thanks for a speaker like you and other people in this platform, which are really, kind of helping each other out, and it has worked. Personally, I was in a call with my cousin till 3 a.m. yesterday because he had a mental background. He had brought a knife to kill himself 2 weeks back. And I had to keep talking to him for 2 hours every day just to make him feel better about himself. And then he started going to a psychiatrist, and then he started doing yoga and all those things. And I was so happy yesterday that it's all reflecting. And now he's looking for making his life better, making things work out. So isn't that amazing? When we talk to each other, when we support each other, and when we give tips like this, things do wonders, right? So I'm happy that everybody is sharing their stories like you, and so it's all the gratitude I have right now for you and everyone. So thank you for sharing the story again. That's all I have to say. Thank you, Tanvi.
Abhishek, that's lovely, and thank you so much. This is one thing which I want to broaden. हमें जब schools में होते हैं, we have always been taught how to earn money, but nobody taught us how to deal with this mental, mind, these thoughts, which, the non-stop diarrhea which goes inside the head, how to deal with this. This is very, very important to learn this, unless and until we won't learn how to deal with this, we can't deal with other issues of life in a proper manner. So this is like very, very important to deal with this itself. First, to learn to deal with the mental health issues and then go ahead with your life. You'll be much more balanced and you'll go in much more profound way, to deal with your
Right.
life. So, yeah.
I do want to add that it's like you said that yoga se hi hoga. I would say that yoga se bhi hoga.
Mhm.
So there are many ways to make sure that you deal your
Yes,
issues.
yes,
It can
yes.
be music, it can be anything which makes you happy. But definitely yoga is a top contender
Yes.
of these kind of
One
things
of
where
the,
you
yes.
can
Yeah.
So thanks for
Yeah.
being a
And
talk
doing it in the right way. Yes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
All right, and this brings us towards the end of the session, and we are going to have a photograph. And why not this time have something as one of, if at all, it's one of the yoga poses to, as Tanvi has been doing it, beautiful folded hands. So let us try that for a change.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Since I'm going to click
Yeah.
it, probably I may not be able to do it. So Aman, would you like to fold your hands for this photograph? Okay. All right, on the count of
That's
three.
Indian way of saying namaste.
Perfect. All the lovely faces I've been able to
It
capture
looked
them.
more like election campaign photograph.
Right, right. All of us are contesting. All of us are
Yeah.
contesting for better mental health. So this brings us to the end of this amazing session. Tanvi's life is about living the life to the fullest,
Yes.
despite facing so many challenges in life, which started right from her childhood. Tanvi never gave up on reflecting on her life. And yoga became that one important means to reflect and improve herself.
Yeah.
Not just going with the social constraints or whatever life brings to you. She made a conscious choice whenever she
Yes.
was in a situation which demanded her to take action. Whether she was a kid when she faced a tragic incident, or whether it was convincing her parents for a marriage. And then moving into the marriage, she was always conscious of what brings happiness in marriage as well.
Yeah.
Of course, yoga has been something that has been driving her. And that one thing in yoga, not just about the physical exercise, but what goes into meditation. I would like to remind the goal of meditation is not to get rid of thoughts or emotions. The
Yeah.
goal is to become more aware of your thoughts and emotions, more aware, and learn how to move through them without getting stuck. So let's resolve to accept our thoughts, and let us resolve to reflect back on this story that is so beautiful about this one practice, yoga, which can change our lives. So until next Sunday, thank you for joining us. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Thank you.